Hello guys, welcome to the new video. In this video, we will analyze Nifty on the daily time frame basis and on the smaller time frame basis. What I have found in the smaller time frame and on the daily time frame is going to be interesting. And at the end of video, I'll update you about the trades that I have taken for the 50k challenge. So let's start ahead with the video. And on the daily time frame basis, if you see in the Nifty, we have this very Nifty had made a high of around 22,000. 124 at this point, and then on in the last Thursday, on Friday we had seen 22,126. So on a daily time frame basis, if you see at this point, if I draw a line at this point, what Nifty has done is like there is a kind of a double top pattern formation, particularly at this point. If I arrow mark at this point, if you see, this is sort of a double top pattern formation, but this the second first initial top was like we had a consolidation and then there was a gap down. But however, on the Friday, what was the thing is, in the intraday basis we saw a move of 200 points, and then again when it made a high of around, after making 2 points higher than the previous high, so Nifty made a crackdown and we saw Nifty closing almost around 21,850 odd levels. So with this point on a daily time frame basis, this is a double top pattern formation. For now, in the second one was very quick, but we are not able to make an entry, however. But on a daily time frame basis, at this point, if you see exactly around 21,770 or 21,800 levels, is a zone wherein Nifty has taken a lot of resistance at this point. Resistance on a daily time frame basis. There has been a lot of consolidation, particularly in this zone. Uh, Concentrate on this point over here, and even the Nifty made a breakdown of this particular level. So there was a fake breakdown, and then ultimately it came again in this sideways zone. So particularly 21,800 to 450 to 500 is going to be important level. So for now, the important thing to watch out is, as of now, Nifty has given almost closing at this the similar zone where previously it has taken as a resistance. So if Nifty has to already this double top pattern, I'll write it as TD over here. Particularly now, once this confirmation will come only if the Nifty gives a closing for another 1 day or below this zone. For now, if there is a possibility that Nifty might take do a consolidation at this zone, and then we might expect if it has to go. So this particular zone will act as a support, is what am I thinking. But the important thing to be watched out is the particular of 21,600 zones. So when I will clearly mark it out with the drawing tools. But for now, understanding, so on a daily time frame basis, 21,800 to 750 is going to be important. And even if this gives a breakdown, we will see a consolidation in this zone wherein previously almost around 21,500 to 600 is the zone wherein it's going to be. So on a daily time frame basis, we came to know the double top pattern formation and the important thing around this horizontal line. So if I go to the smaller time frame basis, let me go to the 15-minute time frame basis over here. Let me. So the important thing here, if I let me go to the hourly time frame basis first of all. So if you observe over here, the important thing is around the high of this candle is around 850, and wherein particularly at this point also we had seen around the high of around 21,815, and particularly at this around. So the important thing is 21,800 to 850 zone. However, at this point, over here in the on hourly basis, the candle has been a very strong, and the volumes are also that are on this higher strike on the higher side. And at this point in the particular, wherein on a Friday session, Nifty particularly took support around 21,800 odd levels, and then from there we had seen a bounce back, and even the consolidation has happened around 2 days, and the closing is almost at the point of this confluence where around 21,800 to 760, 750 odd levels. So if I go to the smaller time frame, 15-minute time frame, so with this trend line, what I've done is like I connected this low of this on the particular day, and even there has been a weak formation, and I connected this confluence of 21,800, and along with this, we have this 200 moving average, which is going on. It's almost like an uptrend pattern formation, not a fully uptrend, but it's kind of sideways zone. So the important thing to be watched out is like, even though on if we see a bounce back towards this resistance lines, we have seen a crackdown. However, at this point, particularly at this point, if you would have connected this trend line, we had saw a good crackdown in the Nifty. So on the smaller time frame basis, as of now what is forming is like W pattern formation is there. Like if you see that this point, maybe the particular pattern might happen. Even though this point is like Nifty has given a breakdown at this point, but however there is a confluence of this sideways support momentum at this point, and Nifty might, if we see Nifty is consolidated around 21,800 to 21,007 7 and 780 odd levels, then we can expect Nifty might bounce back till this point from this, and we might expect 21,900. But however, the probabilities of that are going to be questionable, but we need to keep track of these levels, and we can short Nifty below 21,760, and we can expect around 21,700 to 21,650. So is that is what I'm going to check out if this particular 200 moving average is taken out, and I might wait to retest and then I can enter in the trade. So that's it for on the lower time frame basis. So coming to the today's trade that I had taken on Friday, what I had done is like I had carried overnight position of 21,900 call, anticipating that Nifty had taken support from 21,805 to 810 odd levels. So with that respect, I had taken call overnight. However, because early morning we saw a crackdown in the bank Nifty along because of the SPI results. But however, with that aspect, what I did is like let me show you the order history. So over here, if you see in 21,900 call, I squared off this position at 132, wherein my average price was around 151, I guess. So let me show you the positions. At this point, if you see the 21,900 call, particularly I squared off this position at with a loss of 5,600. So coming to with respect to that, however, this I was bit early to close off my position, but we saw Nifty made an high of around 21,960 odd levels. So this by the time the premium had gone to 200 plus, 220 odd plus, but I trailed my sell because the bank Nifty was in the sideways and a bit bearish on the bearish side. But however, the Reliance and IT moved, hence the Nifty made an high of around 21,900, 950 odd levels. So with that aspect, what I did is like I made an entry in 21,850 puts, and even I made a quick trades wherein I had updated about these trades in the scalping trades which I had taken around 21,900 put, wherein I bought around. It was very quick, like 5 minutes. So I was trading on a higher quantity, and I squared off with a very least like around 5 to 8 points. This was my target, and I squared because of this were a scalping trade. However, if you see at this point also around 11:19, I made an entry and I squared off at 11:20. Particularly, let me this one I think, yeah, at this point I bought around 165 at 11:19, and then I squared off at 11:20 with the same strike price with around 4 to 5 points. So cumulatively, what I did is like I was trying to take a quick trades and exit from that point. But however, in the afternoon session, I was not able to participate in the trade because of some other reason. But in the later half, I tried to enter again with a quick trades because the Nifty was making a volatile momentum, and then I squared off with almost 8 points at this point, and another at this point I took around 21,800 P itself. So hardly I made around 4 rupees, and all this have been a trailing SL because of the volatility. So hence I squared because Nifty is making a lot of volatile momentum in the last couple of days because Nifty usually will not see around, like if I calculate from this point to this point, it has been like 270 points, which is more than 1.25%. Usually Nifty will not give that much momentum on generally basis, and even though if it gives it, usually it will be in the gap up or gap down. So particularly even after on the Friday, there was a gap of almost like 100 points, and thereafter Nifty made again a momentum of around 300 points, so which is a bit of a higher volatility, even though we expect such more volatility in the bank Nifty, but Nifty is trying to make too much of volatility because of the Reliance, and Reliance is making too much of volatility because let me go to the Reliance chart also, because if you see the particular last whatever the sell-off has come, which is around 200 points. Let me go to the Nifty Reliance chart. So at this point, particularly from this, even though at this point, The important thing is Reliance was in the sideways consolidation during the day, but at particularly when at around 2 o'clock, if I measure the fall from the reliance that had occurred over here, it is 2.5%, which is around 60 points. So this was a dragger wherein Nifty was being pulled down because of the reliance itself, because this has a heavy weightage, and hence the volatility has been created in the Nifty. So for now, I'm not carrying any positions, particularly in Nifty, because and overall cumulatively, if I had all these trades that I taken, I made an overall profit of around 5,600, 5,800 odd, with respect to the after closing of this losing trade. So I think that's it. However, I'll be updating about the trade setup in the Telegram. So that's it for today's video, and see you in the next video. Bye.